Hello everyone, welcome to Apti Plus Academy for Civil Services. It's a video session on daily news and editorial analysis dated 19th of October. Through this video session, I'll make you understand some of the important news and editorial from the Hindu and Indian Express. All this news will be relevant for both prelims and mains examination. And even if you're preparing for state PCS or any other government examination, the entire session is going to be helpful. So without any further ado, let's get started. And before I begin this session, I'll just give you the highlight of the news that we are going to discuss for today. For today, the first important news is all about the language large model. We see the details how the AI is going to explore in terms of the language model. The second, that is about the Bihar organic policies. This is basically with regards to the agriculture sector, the roadmap for the Bihar, which will be looking forward with the organic farm. The third important news talks about the FCRA approval from the Ministry of Home Affairs regarding the funding from the Ayodhya. And the other news that talks about the center has increased the MSP for Rabi crop. We'll see the details and how the MSP mechanism works. We'll conclude the session with editorial that talks about the explosion of digital uncertainty. So these are the today's discussion topic. Let's get started in detail one by one. So let's get started with the first news of the day, that is committee to explore the large language model. We call it LLM. This is the large language model for which the government of India, specifically the principal scientific advisor of the union government, has said that a high-powered committee that is called HPC will be formed that will explore the part of large language model and how they will study the development of Indian language. So this committee will see that how the Indian language with the best possible use of large language model can further be explored. Now the other details is the mandate that is given to this committee, the high powered committee that is actually made up by the central government. This high power committee will see that how to study the language model in the development of Indian language. It will explore the tools to harness the artificial intelligence, specifically जो AI है उसके mechanism को किस तरह से use की जा सकती है in improving the process of human language, right? The human languages and even the part of the learning process. LLM, that is the large language model, is a cornerstone for technology which will underline several pieces of intelligent software. Now, large language model की अगर बात करें, now in general how you can understand what is LLM, और LLM को समझने के लिए आपको कुछ basics मैं आपको बताऊंगा. So LLM are basically from advanced computer program. They are actually the advanced version of the language code. So they are trained on a massive amount of data, the text data which is available, right? And they understand the generic human text languages. Example के तौर पे आप ChatGPT 3 can be an example for popular LLM. Now we are also seeing ChatGPT 3.5 और उसके current versions भी आए हैं. These are the paid versions. Now they can be used in various applications like chatbot for any, if you're using any part of the e-commerce site, you must have come across a chatbot जहाँ पे आपको chatbot के through response दी जाती है, content creations and many more, right? So these are where the large language model can be further utilized. And when we are discussing the LLM, it is also important for you to understand the draft national deep tech startup policy. Recently, the central government has actually come up with a draft plan जहाँ पे उन्होंने NDTSP, that is the National Deep Tech Startup Policy release की, and this deep tech startup policy involved for the early stage of technologies जहाँ पे scientific और engineering advancement के साथ काम करने की बात की गई है, and the development will take place for any commercial application. So the draft is still for public comments. Public comments के लिए still it is there. Now final approval will be coming from the central government. ये draft policy, once it is taking to shape after the National Consortium Working Group, the Prime Minister will see that how there is Prime Minister Innovation and Advisory Council. ये एपेक्स काउंसिल है जो कि साइंस एंड टेक्नोलॉजी से रिलेटेड मैटर्स पे अपने राय रखती है. दे गिव देयर डिस्कशंस, दे गिव देयर एक्चुअल rules, regulations and their recommendations. So they will actually come up with a detailed plan when it comes to the national deep tech startup policies. Now, what are the focus area of deep tech startup policies? कुछ specific area highlight किए गए हैं like nurturing the research, development and innovations, strengthening the intellectual property regime, facilitating access to funding, enabling the shared infrastructure and resources, creating conductive regulated standard and clarification, उसके साथ साथ attracting the human resources and capacity building, procurement and adaptations, ensuring the policy and program linkages, and sustainable deep startup. तो ये कुछ ऐसे इंपॉर्टेंट डोमेन फोकस एरिया हैं नई डीप टेक स्टार्टअप पॉलिसीज के जो कि स्पेसिफिकली इस पॉलिसी के थ्रू एड्रेस की जाएगी. Now, moving ahead with other news, fourth agriculture roadmap for Bihar. This is basically with regards to the organic farming, right? ये organic farming को लेकर के इसमें बातें की गई है. And when it comes to organic farming, the states like Sikkim has been doing well. Now we'll see what exactly has been launched by the president, and this was there on the fourth agriculture summit. फोकस एरिया की बात करें, फर्स्ट क्रॉप डाइवर्सिफिकेशन की बात की गई है. देन द डिलीवरी फॉर वेटनरी साइंसेस, आई मीन द स्टेट रिक्वायर अ लॉट ऑफ अदर इनोवेशंस इन दिस. Higher food grain productions because Bihar is a state where most of the population are actually dependent on agriculture. और बेटर एग्रीकल्चर मार्केटिंग, यहाँ पे आप जो खास करके रीसेल वैल्यू या फिर जो प्रोडक्ट की सेल है, देयर इज APFC, आई मीन एग्रीकल्चर मार्केट प्रोड्यूस कमिटीज़ भी जो हैं वो भी वर्क कर रही हैं. And other than this, there's ONDC which is also working. But again, the part of better agriculture marketing need to more strategize. Now, roadmap की अगर बात करें, the new agriculture policy which was implemented during this for the year 5 year के लिए release की गई है for 2023 till 28, right? So this is a time frame. The blueprint will have a special focus on climate change resilience mechanism. Apart from this, it will ensure कि जो farmer की income है उसको कैसे double किया जा सके, because government has said that they will be looking for doubling the farmer income, right? The state agriculture has envisaged for program ideas and development of agriculture in Bihar. The agriculture roadmap is collective efforts towards the agriculture development in 11 other departments. Now, agriculture progress अगर बिहार की बात करें, yes, Bihar is a state which has a folk culture and it is an economy which is dependent on agriculture. Agriculture और elite sectors की बात करें, काफ़ी substantial contribution है state के GDP में, right? So state GDP के substantial contribution is coming from the agriculture. And Bihar has become the leading state in production of mushroom, honey, makhana, and fish. This is also known as foxnut, which is again something very important, very nutritious. तो इस सारी चीज़ों की प्रोडक्शंस बिहार में काफ़ी ज़्यादा बढ़ी है. Now, ऑर्गेनिक फार्मिंग स्टेट्स में बात करें और ऐसे कौन कौन से स्टेट्स हैं जो ऑर्गेनिक फार्मिंग में काफ़ी एक्टिव हैं and they are doing their best. So Sikkim is the first state which has been declared as a full organic state in India. ये इंडिया की फर्स्ट स्टेट है जिसे फुल ऑर्गेनिक स्टेट डिक्लेयर किया गया था 2016 में. देन वी हैव हिमाचल प्रदेश जहाँ पे स्टेट गवर्नमेंट ने भी कोलैबोरेट किया है काफ़ी ऐसे इंपॉर्टेंट स्कीम्स पे वेयर ऑर्गेनिक फार्मिंग इज एक्चुअली बीइंग प्रमोटेड. देन वी हैव केरला जहाँ पे ऑर्गेनिक फार्मिंग एसोसिएशंस प्रोग्राम बनाई गई है. एंड मध्य प्रदेश इज द स्टेट विच इज इम्प्लीमेंटिंग MP जैविक किसान समृद्धि योजना, a scheme to promote the organic farming. And this organic farming is helping farmer. किस तरह से हेल्प कर रही है, जो भी फार्म प्रोड्यूस है उनके अच्छे रेट्स मिलने में, एंड दे आर एक्चुअली गेटिंग द फंड एंड सपोर्ट फ्रॉम द स्टेट गवर्नमेंट एज वेल, राइट. Now moving ahead with other news, that is FCRA approval for Ram Temple Trust. We are more concerned on the part of the FCRA contributions क्योंकि ये आपके एग्जाम के लिए रेलिवेंट है. Ram Temple is again something which will not be that important, but we'll look into the FCRA. तो मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ होम ने रिसेंटली अलाउ किया है श्री राम जन्मभूमि तीर्थ क्षेत्र ट्रस्ट विच इज एक्सेप्टिंग द फॉरेन कंट्रीब्यूशन रेगुलेशन, और इसकी अप्रूवल मिल गई है फॉरेन फंडिंग के लिए. सो इट कैन गेट द फॉरेन फंड फ्रॉम द फॉरेन, आई मीन द पार्ट ऑफ द फॉरेन पीपल और द फॉरेन इंडिविजुअल हु इज लुकिंग टू डोनेट. So fund collections total has been there, 3,500 crore rupees were there, right, given across the people. An FCRA contribution by the Ministry of Home Affairs will call for more further contribution, and these will be the voluntary contributions coming from the foreign resources. Foreign contributions regulations की अगर बात करें, how it has actually evolved. So you can get the timeline from 1976 where foreign contributions was there through the independent organization. उसके बाद एक्ट में काफ़ी चेंजेस की गई है और फॉरेन कंट्रीब्यूशन इंडिविजुअल और एसोसिएटेड कंपनीज को भी अलाउ की गई. देयर वाज अ रेगुलेशन एंड चेंजेस व्हिच वाज ब्रॉट इन 2010 और उसके बाद यूनियन गवर्नमेंट ने 2020 में भी काफ़ी ज़्यादा स्ट्रिक्ट प्रोविजंस किए हैं और अमेंडमेंट के थ्रू फॉरेन कंट्रीब्यूशन रेगुलेशन एक्ट में चेंजेस किए. Now, any contribution which is coming from the FCRA has to get a note from the Ministry of Home Affairs. If it is subject to approval, only the contributions can be made. Now, Cabinet has approved MSP for the Rabi crop. The Cabinet Committee on Economic Affairs, this is an apex committee which decide upon the minimum support price जिस पे financial year for Rabi crop के लिए की गई है 2024-25. सो गवर्नमेंट ने क्या डिसाइड किया है, यूनियन गवर्नमेंट ने डिसाइड किया है दैट ये 2 से 7% तक की जो एमएसपी है वो इंक्लूज करेंगे. दिस एमएसपी विल बी देयर फॉर रबी क्रॉप, राइट. थिंक यू आर मस्ट बी अवेयर ऑफ रबी एंड खरीफ क्रॉप. So Rabi crop is marketing seasons. This government goal is to double the farm income. The doubling the farm income was actually the target by 2024. Government is ensuring that there, with all possible efforts, they could do the best to the farmers. इसके अलावा गवर्नमेंट की और कुछ पॉलिसीज है लाइक नेशनल फूड सिक्योरिटी मिशन, प्रधानमंत्री कृषि सिंचाई योजना, नेशनल मिशन ऑन ऑयल सीड्स. ये सारे ऑब्जेक्टिव हैं कि फार्मर के इनकम्स या फार्म के जो प्रोड्यूस हैं उनको प्रॉपर यूटिलाइज किया जा सके और फार्मर्स को सही दाम दिया जा सके उनके प्रोड्यूस का. Now, what is the purpose of MSP? MSP for farmers is a various aspect और उसमें ये crucial net की तरह काम करती है for farmer, guaranteeing them the minimum income. जो minimum income है वो government की तरफ से actually this is the government of India which is providing the minimum support price. It also ensures that the food security by encouraging the farmers to go for the helping stabilizing the prices, and even they go for wheat, rice and pulses, or there are many other crop that is listed under the MSP. और इसी तरह से शुगर के लिए FRP दी जाती है, फेयर एंड रिम्यूनरेटिव प्राइसेस. दिस इज स्पेसिफिकली फॉर शुगर. Now MSP for Kharif and Rabi crop is based on the recommendations which is there by the CACP, that is Commission for Agriculture Cost and Prices. इसके बारे में आप पढ़ लें, कई बार प्रीलिम्स में यहाँ से भी सवाल पूछे गए. Now moving ahead with the editorial for the day, that is the explosion of digital uncertainty. We'll see the detail and what I'm going to discuss. I'll tell you first the interface. So the issues that I'll be discussing is the cognitive warfare, emergence of AGI and its significance. Now बात करें recent advanced generative artificial intelligence की, we call it GAI. So generative artificial intelligence ने काफ़ी हद तक public imaginations capture की हैं. Not only for the public, business and government entities has also been looking into this. And Government of India has recently raised a comprehensive report जहाँ पे जो current wave है AI के उसके regulations, one is regulation, one is the control mechanism and other is a part of the policy. तो इन तीनों aspects पे government ने काम करने की कोशिश की. Now the significant skill and landscape changes are recognizing with the potential threat for the AI wave. Now, when we are discussing AI, one thing that is important for you to discuss is the cognitive warfare. How the cognitive warfare is there and what does this term actually mean? Cognitive warfare की अगर बात करें, this refer to a psychological and information tactics जहाँ पे influence या manipulate की जाती है individual के perceptions को, belief को and even individual group. आप इसे deep fake या फिर जो जिस तरह से mal practices किए जाते हैं IT में, basically provoking the customers to buy the things, right? So that is done intentionally. यहाँ पे भी cognitive warfare में कुछ चीजें उसी तरह से होती है. This warfare aims to disrupt the cognitive process, जो mental एक blocking की जाती है उसके through, and using misinformation, propaganda, psychological manipulations are there to achieve this strategic objective. This warfare is actually in the various contexts. Politics में use होती है, military operations में use होती है, and cyber warfare में use होती है. The cyber warfare, or actually the cognitive warfare, is sophisticated and described as the destabilized institutions जहाँ पे manipulate की जाती है media by the influential non-state actors. Now, emergence of AGI, that is what is the main theme in the discussion. Artificial General Intelligence की अगर बात करें, this is actually the AI system which is working, right? And human-like abilities होती हैं system में. They know how to understand the things, they understand, they learn, they adapt to a specific task that is given to them. Now AGI की capacity की बात करें, they learn to adapt the new challenges, problem solving scenario without any human interventions. Even you can take the example of ChatGPT, right? ChatGPT की भी अब यहाँ बात कर सकते हैं, where the complete information is there, or any generative AI that is being used across the globe. Now significant development और area of research देखी गई है. Ultimate aim जो है artificial intelligence की is to come up with a detailed research and explorations. बट उसके साथ साथ जो साइड इफेक्ट है, जो डाउन टर्न है, उसे भी हमें देखने की जरूरत है. द इमर्जेंस ऑफ AGI is equal and the superior to human intelligence, which will penetrate the whole new sector, replace the human judgment, intuitions and creativity. तो जो इंडिविजुअल लेवल पे जो पर्सनलाइज टच है वो कहीं ना कहीं AGI के थ्रू वॉयलेट होती है. Now, क्या significance है? AGI will have a highly autonomous system which will perform for human in many areas which include economically vulnerable work, education, social welfare, and even it will contribute for the policy making and policy development. The AGI will have a potentials to bring decision and unpredicted and uncontrolled that could have an unintended consequences for the harmful outcomes. और AGI could also be a radical game changer in the world of 21st century. आज की अगर बात करें, we are coming with a more AI and generative technology which is there, and artificial intelligence in a due course of time. अगर आप पिछले आने वाले एक दशकों की बात करें, even a decade, we can see that there will be a lot more other changes that can be seen with the AGI also. So the things need to be there. Policy measures from the government of India need to be put in right place, and safety and security need to be ensured at the right time. So this is all about the significance and the prevention measures. Now answer discussion for yesterday questions. For first question, the correct option is A, और इसकी first statement incorrect है. मैंने आपसे जावन rhino के बारे में पूछा था. The second option is correct that these are the smaller size compared to African counterpart. और third statement भी incorrect है that Javan rhinos are solitary, predominantly crepusculous or nocturnal. They remain in the most active during the dawn and dusk. तो ये correct option है A. The second, the correct option is again A. For both the question, the correct option is A. The option 1 is correct. It is hosted by Malaysia and Secretariat in Kuala Lumpur. इंटरनेशनल टेलीकम्युनिकेशन यूनिट के बारे में सवाल पूछी गई थी आपसे, तो आप देख लें कौन कौन से ऑप्शंस इसके बारे में करेक्ट हैं. एशियन पैसिफिक ब्रॉडकास्टिंग यूनिट is a foundation organization that is for the non-voting member for the general conference. So check out for the correct option what you have marked. Today's MCQ for practice. The first question is about the National Intelligence Grid. Consider the following statement is functional as a grid that connects database with the government of India's major security forces. It is established with the associated with the Ministry of Defense. तो आपको करना क्या है, सिंपल आपको A, B, C या फिर D में करेक्ट ऑप्शन अपने कमेंट सेक्शन में हमें बताना. The second question of the day is about the Corncorpus tree. It's an invasive mangrove and it is indigenous to Indian subcontinent. हिंदू में ये रिपोर्ट की गई थी. I have already made a video on NIF. You can check out. आप इसके ऑप्शंस ज़रूर हमें बताएं कौन कौन से करेक्ट ऑप्शंस हैं. Logically, you can come to a conclusion and write your answer in the comment section down. So this was all about for the daily news and editorial analysis followed by the MCQ questions. I hope all of you are doing well, preparing well for this examination. Put your all possible efforts to ensure that you are achieving your desired target. For any other further assistance or any inquiry about the program, test series and courses, you can reach out to us. We'll be more than happy to assist you. For time being, I'm signing off. Thank you so much for watching.